Yeah, I was trying to get him to sell Adam's Family. He was trying to get me to buy life insurance. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, so I don't know where we left off in the last Ghostbusters video, but in the series, that is. But I know in the last episode, Ghostbusters was still in the aisle. Now it's on legs. Finally got a chance to play it last weekend for a few games, and already have my dialing in to-do list. So this is what I've got so far. Originally, when it was on the cart over there in the aisle, when the ball would auto launch, it would fire into the sign in the shooter lane, you know, about yay here. Can't show you that just yet, but it doesn't appear to be doing that anymore. I'll run a couple more tests just to make sure. Add car is my little Ecto mod. I haven't done that yet, but the main couple things are slingshot on the left side needed to be adjusted. It was not all that sensitive. I actually just did that, so we're going to cross that off the list. The main two things: the two drop targets, Scaleri Brothers, when they pop up, you hit them, they don't go down. Now there's two springs that I installed that are supposed to improve that. Well, what I found is that I think it made it worse. We're playing on the weekend, and every time you nail the Scaleri Brothers, it just totally doesn't drop and bricks you. It's like the most unsatisfying, annoying thing ever. Nail the target and it just doesn't even budge. So, for whatever dumb reason, the improved spring kit for the drop targets made it worse. So I changed them back to the original. Now, I never really did play the machine when it was on the cart because I couldn't, so I don't know if this is going to be better or worse just yet. So I've put the springs back. The other thing is the scoop here, when it goes in, was kicking the ball out and just barely clipping the right flipper. So it was very drain worthy. So I adjusted the power. I'll turn on the machine so I can show you. You can adjust the power to the certain individual coils, right? I believe this coil power started at a setting number of about 42. So I went up to 50, made no difference. 60, made no difference. I think 62 is the max. So I lift up the playfield, taking a close look at everything. Maybe I'll zoom in so you can see better. So two things I noticed. First is that these two brackets were actually touching, like so. So I just bent it back a little bit. Over, firing this solenoid 1,000 or 5,000 times, I imagine it just kind of seems to want to bend backwards when it fires. I don't know. Which way would it tend to want to bend over time? If this were to fire 10,000 times, I guess it will eventually bend this way? Because otherwise, why would it be touching that bracket? So I bent it out a little bit. Second thing I noticed is that this screw here, nut on that post, just keeps turning and turning and turning and turning. Doesn't want to tighten. What does that... the one on the other side and the middle one tightened up fine, but the one on the left didn't tighten up. So whether that's an issue or not, I'm not sure. The sleeve, the motion, the movement, everything here seems to be fine. The plunger tip does not appear to be worn at all. I'm spinning it around so you can see. So just physically inspecting everything. Ooh, is that going to fire? Yes, it is. Get my finger out of that. Let's try that again. So, I mean, it's doing what it should be doing. I can check that it's the correct coil, I guess. I'm sure it is, 27-1500. But here's the setting. Let's, I'll show you. This befuddles me. go into, whoops, adjustments, Ghostbusters adjustments, left eject power. Alright, looks like 40 is factory. Well, the highest you can go up to is I think 64? 64. I went up to 60. I'll even install that right now and you can see for fun. Hit the switch. I don't know if it looks any stronger or weaker visually, but I can tell you that it made absolutely no effing difference whatsoever. So why is my question. So I guess I'll just throw it back to factory for now. I thought, oh, that'll be an easy fix. My first time really adjusting individual solenoid strength. Yay settings, yay stern. But no, it makes no difference whatsoever. And like what I'm on, like the latest code too. Will it say what code I'm on? 1.17. So why that doesn't make any difference boggles my brain. So I'm gotta get this kicking out happily and not right into the drain. Get the drop targets actually friggin' dropping. Left slingshot is adjusted. Maybe add my Ecto car. But yeah, so working on the dialing in. And that's what this episode is all about. The play testing, the dialing in, the tweaking, the adjusting. I re-leveled it just a smidge more just to make sure I ruled that out of the equation. But yeah, so I will report back what results I get. All right, let's just check this out together, see how this worked. All I did really was tighten the one nut and bend the bracket a smidge. So let's throw this in here. See, I was just barely touching the flipper. Here, let's focus in on the flippers. It'll be easier. Like, that ain't cool. That is not cool. Did you see that? Or is it easier if I go up here? Yeah, just barely clipping. Now, just for fun, just so you don't think I'm crazy. Adjustments, Ghostbusters. No. No. Trying to go so quick for fun. Okay. Okay, check this out. Left eject power. We're gonna go to Nintendo 64 power. Okay? Installed. Now watch the flippers. Did that go any different? You think increasing it like from 40 to 60 would be 33% more power, that the ball would maybe land up here or here or here? No, it's in the exact same friggin' zone. So that's what I'm talking about. Makes no difference. So my kind of moving the bracket a little bit and tightening the nut didn't do anything. So I guess I'll keep you posted, figure out something. Alright, so I just physically manipulated the scoop roof about 14 different angles, it feels like, 14 different tries, just with my pliers. I put cloth around it so I wouldn't scuff it up. And I've got it to the point where it is semi-tolerable. Lands about there. I even have it at max power. So it's not there anymore. At least it's like a full ball's width onto the flipper. So I can live with that. It would just be nice if the settings seemed to actually do something. Anyway, I can live with that. It's not, you don't feel like it's going to drain every time it kicks out of there, so that's good. I'll have to test these Scaleri brothers next. They're nice and flush, and see if they're still bricking. Alright, Scaleri brick test, take one.
Welcome to the Ghostbusters, rookie.
I will turn down the volume a bit. get the Stellaries activated. Okay, now let's see if they brick. I feel like they're going to. Okay, those actually went down. Isn't that such a very violent fashion? Holy heck. But you would drill the living daylights out of them with the the improved springs, and they wouldn't budge. They wouldn't friggin' budge. I mean, I did rebuild the flippers, so they're really snappy. But see if we can get the. Oh, I started a mode, so I can't get the Sclery brothers to go with Terror Dog. Is that true? Let's collect the Terror Dog here and see if we can get Scleries now. No, that just got Terror Dog. Okay. Alright, well, upon first attempt there, seemed like they're good, so I'll give it a little bit more testing, but for now, if that keeps up, then I'll keep the original springs in there and lose the upgrade, quote-unquote, kit. Alright, let's just double check that the auto launch is not smashing the ball into the sign. So I'll plunge, let the ball drain during ball save. And then let's see this auto launch. Yep, it's been consistently good, so I can officially take that off the list. Okay, well this is interesting. I was just trying to install my little Ecto 1 vehicle. Just using some Velcro. I don't know. It's probably not gonna last very well or long, but I was just messing with that and I accidentally was pressing the cabinet button. And look, I've got technician alert. Right flipper EOS. Right flipper button. Left flipper EOS. Well, how does that make any sense? Check switch 10, 11, and 12. Well, left flipper and right EOS, and the right flipper button. Sorry about that. Jamie called me, and we ran upstairs, and voila, there was some wild wing dinner, some salad, some chicken fingers, some deep fried pickles, all that good stuff. Anyway, I'm back to this technician alert, which is weird. Why am I getting end of stroke switches? I'll check on those. Okay, let's just do this. Oops. Well, that was interesting. What the heck was that? Switches. Test. Okay, so when you release it, left EOS, right EOS, right flipper button, left flipper button. How did I even get into tech alert? I was just mashing the side buttons with my crotch zone. Ended up at tech alert. Dip 1. What is this? In service. Dip 1. I have no idea what I'm doing. Did I screw something up? Is this a tech alert? What does this mean? Okay, I'm gonna have to post this one because I don't understand if this is a technician alert that's telling me something that should be done or what. That's weird. I don't know. But everything friggin' seems to be working. Let's go into node test. Like, I haven't really thoroughly explored the spike. What is spike 2? Diagnostics, node board. Well, let's say that in English. Node bus test. No errors. That's always good. Okay. What is this? node board test. Do I gotta keep? So it shows the dip switch settings. Do you see that? That's pretty cool. Let's zoom in here. So on node number 8, all the dip switches are down. Node number 9, one dip switch is up. So 1, 8, and 9 are the 3 node boards that it's testing. Okay. Node bus 1, 8, and 9. PF1, playfield 1, trough. Oh, okay, I got a phone call. Anyway, as fascinating as that was, I gotta get this call. Alright, sorry, that was a guy local. Has one single machine, pinball machine, for many years, and I've been talking to him on and off for the last like 2 years. It's an Adams family, and I was just kind of seeing what his stance was on his machine, and his stance is that he's probably going to keep it for another many years. But it didn't hurt to ping him and just kind of touch base. It's been a while since I talked to him, but yeah, he was calling me back, and so that was a little Adams family and life insurance discussion. He was trying to sell me some life insurance, but yeah, I was trying to get him to sell Adams family. He was trying to get me to buy life insurance. It was kind of funny, but yeah, it was good conversation. Anyway, back to the Ghostbusters. I'm done playing with the settings, and what's the last thing I got to do? I don't know. I think I might be done. Might be gameplay video time. I really don't know if that's gonna hang on there very long. We're gonna play it on the weekend and give that a test, I guess. I'll do some play testing games right now, and if there's anything else to report, I shall. But I think Ghostbusters, let's exit out of here so we can get into track mode. Oh, it's actually in gameplay mode. But yeah, Ghostbusters on legs. Final tweakings and dialings ins are taking place, and yeah, I'll be busting this guy out tomorrow, because tomorrow is Friday. Alright, see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Well, I found one more thing that needs to be adjusted. That's hanging a little low.